The landscape of college football is clearly changing. And I want to talk about Carson Beck's transfer from Georgia to Miami as an example of that. Or how about King Mack going from Alabama to Penn State, where he came from? We're going to get into the landscape of college football and how, unless Congress acts, it's going to stay this way for the foreseeable future. All that right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Let's go. We say, everybody, welcome to the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Mick Gillespie here, as always, and appreciate you guys for hanging out at Broadcaster Mick on the socials. And it's great to see you guys on the socials. A couple things I want to get into. First off, this Carson Beck deal. I have to admit it. I'm going to tell you, I don't think it's eating crow, but I do think that it is maybe starting to figure out what's exactly going on here. But I thought when Carson Beck transferred or put himself in the transfer portal that it was just a ploy to try and change his draft status, right? And I was wrong. He's actually transferring to Miami, and they're saying it's a deal worth $4 million, which, according to some reports, is the most money that anyone's getting in the portal right now. So it's a formula that the Hurricanes have used. They did it with Cam Ward last year, who transferred in. They paid him, an experienced quarterback, and they put themselves back on the map again. And teams that have been out of the running because of whatever reason have now bought themselves back in the picture. And I think the other effect of this is teams that were on top are losing a lot of their depth. And that includes Georgia. I mean, when you think about a team that has played and won national championships, that has arguably the best coach in college football active right now, Kirby Smart, to think that your quarterback, your starting quarterback at a program like Georgia is going to be bought by another program and leave, it really does give you an idea of what we're looking at right now. And, all the talk is that Ted Cruz in the Senate and some other people, Marco Rubio, I don't know all the names, but that they're going to work on making up rules for this college NIL situation, which really is just crazy. I mean, to think that Carson Beck would transfer after going 24-3, two of those losses, by the way, to Alabama, and transfer to Miami, to me, is unbelievable, right? And how about Miami's strategy? We're going to go ahead and just we're going to put all of our money, or a lot of it, into a starting quarterback and hope that puts us back in the fray to be a national championship contender. And they were pretty close to making the college football playoff. And to be honest with you, I thought they would have been a better choice than SMU to be in there, even though they did lose to Syracuse late, and they're in the ACC. But with that said, it just is absolutely just baffling to me, or really just maybe eye-opening, that I'm seeing the way that the market is changing and how players are valued at the college football level and how talent is being secured with money. And I mean, so how does that translate to Alabama? Well, we're not there yet. But the thing that I thought about was there was all the rumors about Jalen Milroe. Would he go in the transfer portal if he was coming back to college? And I don't know what the answer to that would have been, because I felt like, and I still feel like, it was time for him to move on to the next thing, which is the NFL. But what's crazy about the NFL is that when you look at Beck making $4 million to play college football, that's more than Will Levis got as a second-round pick in 2023 in the NFL for the Titans, right? How about former Vol Hendon Hooker? He made $2.35 million, according to CBS in their story, as a third-round pick in 2023, right? If you're in day 2, you're making a lot more money by staying in college than you are going to the NFL. And what's crazy is that when you start to look at it, Caleb Williams last year was the number 1 pick, went to the Bears. He got just under $10 million a season, right? So if you're, going to the NFL and you're the first pick, or you're up in that top area, and you're in the, the $10 million range, yeah, that's great. But it drops off dramatically as you get down after that 10th pick. And so it's going to make sense for some of these guys to stick around and play college football. And I wonder if Milroe would have transferred had he stayed in the college, because I don't think that Alabama had NIL money left for him once he, the season was going on. I think they always planned on him leaving, and it would have been interesting to see. Now he's going in the NFL draft, but I'm just curious to see who makes more money here. And this is something to keep an eye on. Is it going to be Jalen Milroe going in the draft, wherever he's drafted, or is it going to be Carson Beck going to Miami? So we'll see. I got a feeling Beck's going to make more than Milroe, who had another year of eligibility. So think about that. Really crazy. Another thing I wanted to talk about was King Mack transferring. I like the name King Mack. I just think it's a cool name. And I honestly, just because of that, I was a big fan of King Mack. And King Mack came from Penn State, transferred to Alabama, safety. And now he's transferring back to Penn State. The Instagram was going back home. He's back to Penn State. I thought that was just hilarious. It made me laugh. Bray Hubbard was not supposed to jump in there and basically force them to play him. But Bray Hubbard, who, was a great, was like a 4-star out of South Florida, was just so fantastic when he got the opportunity. When Keon Sabb went down and Bray Hubbard came in, he was just always in position. And when you would watch the film, you'd be like, man, this guy, he just grades out because he just knows where to play. He just has a ball hawk type mentality. He's got a nose for the game. And I think that was one of the reasons why King Mack transferred out, because he saw the writing on the wall. Keon Sabb coming back, even with Malachi Moore leaving, he felt like it would be better to go back to Penn State and, and wish him luck. I just thought that of all the things, going back there again, hey, I was gone, I'm back. But this is what we're going to see in college football, right? Yeah, I left, but you know what? I'm back because it didn't work out too good over there. There was a guy that went from USC to UCLA and then back to USC. If they don't make up rules and they don't make restrictions on this stuff, you're going to see a lot more of just this, hey, I'm here, I'm gone, I'm back again. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Caden Proctor, but he just never played a game at Iowa. He transferred to Iowa and then came back home. So anyway, just a couple things today. There wasn't a whole lot of news other than Kalen DeBoer and his staff kind of, trying to hit the state of Alabama hard. Obviously with the snow, that slows you down a little bit, but the contact period opened for Alabama or for college football, and Alabama's out there. As these teams get eliminated from the college football playoff, their roster's open for the transfer portal. So keep an eye on that. I'm sure Bama's probably looking hard at the teams that are eliminated, including Texas now, and their loss, which it's a shame they lost the way that they did. And Nick Saban wouldn't have lost that way. He wouldn't have ran a sweep play on the goal line. So stupid, Sarkisian. You outthought yourself in that one, right? But they'll be available. Penn State players will be available. And as you get eliminated, that window opens for your team, right? I think that's how it works. At least that's how it worked last year. I mean, they change it all the time. But have a great day. Catfish will be in studio, so we'll try to get him on some shows here. We'll talk some Bama basketball. I guess we did the live show yesterday, so check that out. We were talking about Bama hoops and and that big win over Texas A&M and how tough the schedule is going to get, but how exciting Nate Oates and the boys are playing right now. So it's exciting things. All right, like, subscribe, thumbs up. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Don't forget that the Timeout Sports Lounge is there. You don't have to go all the way out to Vegas for March Madness. You don't have to go out to Vegas for the NFL playoffs. You got all of that over there. They're going to have it on the screens. You can go wager on it. It'll be a lot of fun right over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Choctaw, it's like an hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 hours and change from Birmingham, Jasper, other places like that. And I know a lot of you guys go over there, and you know that if you put 50 down at the sports book, you can go to Dancing Rabbit and play the Augusta that you can play. Great golf course with the azaleas and the oaks. You could play that course for just $40 with putting 50 down at the sports book. Table game slots, got all that stuff. Brett's favorite, roulette. And so take advantage of it. Acts, concerts, all that stuff. The other thing too is as you try to pimp out your man cave, it's like a new year and you're going, you know what? I want to make my place look nice. I want my place to look good for the new year. I'm giving you this right here. Boom. Right here. And that's newlifeart.com. Take advantage of New Life Art's deal with us. Bama Tailgate's your promo code. Use that promo code, get 20% off when you go to newlifeart.com. That includes everything but the new releases. So that's Gravedigger, which I think is one of the most beautiful Daniel Moore prints that he's ever done. I love the lighting in it. Milroe throwing the touchdown to Isaiah Bond to win the game. Isaiah Bond, man, golly, tell you what, man, good thing you transferred to Texas after the way you dropped that ball in that playoff game. But you always told us you were a guy that knows how to make plays in the big time, and you did it against Auburn. So we appreciate that. You're on that print, one of the best moments in Iron Bowl history. But there's a lot of other great prints there. And when you use our promo code Bama Tailgate, whether you want the big guy, you want the little guys, the calendars, you want the canvas ones, you want the coffee mugs, all that stuff, 20% off Bama Tailgate. Put that in checkout when you're on your way out and take advantage of our deal. And we appreciate all of you guys for being a part of the channel. And again, we will talk to you again tomorrow, man, rolling into a new week, and look for a lot more recruiting news to come up.
To Pearl River Resort.